everyone, it is Whitney from the White House on the Square if you happen to be new here, and today I wanted to share with you my two most recent furniture projects. It's been a while since I've done a video. I have been attempting to do some Facebook Lives recently, but I've had some connectivity issues and also some sound quality issues, so I decided let's do video, therefore I can control the situation, and who doesn't like to control a situation? So I wanted to share with you these two completed furniture projects, and I wanted to do them together because they're very similar, although very different. I took two different style vanities and I've transformed them into end tables, side tables, nightstands, whatever you want to call them. And it was a really fun project, and again, I wanted to do them together just as a little comparison contrast kind of thing. So let me share with you the final outcome of those nightstands. So again, those nightstands, they were originally vanities. You can tell that one is just a slightly more ornate. I called it the fancy set. And then the other one is a waterfall furniture style because the front of it curves down. I'm not always the best about remembering to take videos of behind the scenes, and to be quite honest with you, a lot of times I'm not very good about taking pictures of the furniture before I start and even during the process. I feel like I've been doing much better at that recently. So I am going to share with you some of those before and during pictures. I love repurposing old vanities. People don't use them as vanities very much anymore, but they really can be used for so many other things now. So if you're not going to use it as a vanity, some styles make excellent desks, and then there's also, you can repurpose them into entryway pieces, which is one of my favorite things because they have the cubby where the stool or the vanity chair would go, and you can put a large basket underneath, and you can store hats and gloves and mittens, shoes. If you have a dog, you can put your dog leash in there and snacks and things like that. So that's one of the things I love about them. They also make great coffee bars or coffee stations or tea stations because I don't drink coffee, but they are great for that as well. They almost always have drawers, which makes them great for additional storage. And then of course, obviously, there's this project where you take them and you convert them into side tables or nightstands or end tables, again, whatever you want to call them. I personally have done this project and kept it. I had a vanity handed down through the family. My daughters loved using it for dress up when they were younger, but as they got older, they really weren't using it, and it's kind of a big piece of furniture. So I deconstructed the vanity and then I transformed them into nightstands, and now my oldest daughter has that in her bedroom, and we love them. So on the fancy set of side tables, I ended up, it was a solid top surface, so I cut that in half, and then I had to use my router to create a finished edge on those. I also stripped the drawer fronts and the legs. I restained them and sealed them, and it is just a solid piece of furniture, and it has new hardware. On the waterfall set, it had extensive veneer damage, so that took a lot of work. It is solid wood, but it's not as beefy as the first set of the fancy ones. The waterfall set is slightly smaller than the fancy set, and I painted the entire piece. I had debated about putting some paintable wallpaper on the sides of the vanity just to add a little bit more detail and something fun to it, but I decided sometimes, why would you make things harder than they have to be? And I love the simplicity of them. They also have new hardware. It's the same hardware that I used on the fancy set. So I painted both pieces in the color Shiplap from the Chippy Barn from their Amulin Decor line. I use this paint a lot. I do love it. It's easy to work with. It has a ceramic based technology to it, so it is very durable once it cures. You don't need to use a top coat, however I did add a top coat to the white pieces only because I assumed that they'll probably need to be wiped down a little bit more, and it just adds that extra coat of durability to the actual furniture project. So I'm curious, which one was your favorite? Did you like the fancy set or did you like the waterfall set? The great thing about this question is there is no wrong answer, but I am just curious to know which style you prefer.